Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Monday evening, everybody. Welcome, race fans, to Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Digital Sim Racing League, their season opener. 2026, season number 27, officially for DSRL Truck Series. Fitz'z Automotive Truck Series. Presented by Midwest Barbecue Equipment. 27. Make it 28 asphalt pounding heroes out here. Super Speedway style racing. We're at Echo Park Speedway, the old Atlanta Speedway. And we have got a ton of drivers in here tonight to kick things off. We're looking at the 81 truck. Little preseason shenanigans last Monday night. Had a little practice race here. About a dozen guys showed up, and that guy right there, the 81 truck, was able to hold them all off last handful of laps and win that practice race. We'll see if he can do it again. There's Tom Ostendorf. We haven't seen no Ostendorf in a while. He is back in action. The T-Town Terror, Scotty T. I think that's his buddy Chris Lloyd in that old 28 truck right in front of him, yeah. figuring some stuff out. Larry Moody. Carrying the sponsorship colors of the series. That 73 truck. Garrett Boyd, we see him on all of the series basically here at DSSN DRN. Driver's right around him. Jacob Schmutz, I think, is right in front of him. Scotty King, the Tiny Dancer, is right there as well. And I believe Seth Wansing, multi-time winner last season in the series in that 5 truck. In that group, doing a little drafting practice because they're going to draft a little bit. That's a 69 truck. Just rolling back onto the Speedway. Mike Forstner. He is number 1 on the speed chart, 30:57 for his lap time. His buddy Adam Vinny right there with him. Name we ain't seen in a while. He's off the track at the moment. Ryan Wagenschutz is here. Kobe Stidham, newcomer to the series, in that 36 machine. Well, we've got a moment, so let's do some fun stuff. And let us go and grab a driver and see if we can chat with him. We want to, but right now there he is. Adam Vinny, got a copy.
Yeah, I got you. What's up, bud?
All right, man, defending series champion, and we're starting a new season. We're starting at kind of one of the crazier places to go racing. This thing is a speedway that races like a super speedway. No inverts tonight. You coming out here with a full payload and going to let all the guns go at once?
Yeah, we're gonna let it all hang out, see what we can do here. Definitely gonna be hard to pass on. It's a super speedway drafting at its best, and just real tough to pass here. So we're gonna have to just stay conservative and see what we can do.
Well, with the strategies that have to come into play, you guys get a couple of sets of tires, but you got to make at least two full pit stops. So at one point, it's either no tires or you're going to have to dance around and go left side, right side. What do you think's the most beneficial for these guys?
It all depends if it stays green or not. It's going to be a chess game. I'm not very good at chess. I'll play checkers, but not chess.
All right. Well, you're not going to give anything away. I understand that, but going to come out here, going to have a little bit of a target for sure on you as the defending series champion. Does that give you a little more incentive, or do you just kind of want to stay quiet and just kind of be, kind of a background figure until it's time to really get up there and show something?
I probably speak for everybody, but I'm always out there chasing that checker flag. I'm out there to win. I'm out there to run clean, respectively, and just let it all hang out, give it all she got.
All right, man. Well, defending series champion Adam Vinny, good luck to you out there, brother. Thanks for chatting with us. Hopefully we get a chance to talk to you at the end of the night.
I appreciate it, buddy. Same here. Hopefully we can keep the truck clean.
All right, man. Adam Vinny, our series champion, defending series champion. One driver we ain't seen in a hot minute in that white number 18, Austin Semmelman, out of the dirt. Perennial dirt guy. Tonight, not in the dirt. I cannot read the number on the side of that gold truck from here, so we got to get a little closer, see if we can get a good look. I'm not sure. It's a single digit. Man, maybe it's not. I'm not sure who that is. I have tried to figure out whose truck that is. It's not John Fall. That might be Ryan Wagenschutz's truck. That's who that is. That's a 13. That is not a single digit. That is 2 digits. Woo, that's hard to read. Yeah, Ryan Wagenschutz there. Guys ain't got just a couple of more minutes here, then they'll go into qualifying. Then they will have a long drivers meeting. I cannot go get in and race. I really want to, but we're kind of wore out with the whole do them off the replay thing, and we really want to start talking to some of these drivers if we can. There's another familiar face. If you watch on Wednesday nights, that Petty Blue, number 27, Brock Bigelow, the Internet Gigolo. He's just an engineer, folks. I'm trying to give him credit. Love when these guys get to go back and watch the broadcast, and then I get notes about what was that about. It's probably one of my favorite parts of this. Another newcomer, Mike Moffitt, the 41 truck. We've got 318 trucks. They will not list as number 18 all on our pylon. One will be the 18, one will be the 118, and the other one I believe is the 018. Yeah, Brandon Garman is that 018 truck, and he is right there. That looks like that's going to do it for the practice session. Scott, the biggest difference is that these are open setups. Run what you brung. You get to start the race on the qualifying tires, and then you only get one more change of tires, but you may, especially here tonight, you will have to make at least 2 pit stops. Now, whether they're under green or not, that depends on the drivers. But the fuel load at 50% only allows you to make about 24, 25 laps. All these races are 60-plus laps. So a minimum of 2 stops at most racetracks. Well, let's watch a handful of our guys here. Austin DeMore, he's been very quick, been improving weekly since I started covering him, and I started covering him in Midwest. Midwest. No, that's not true. Maybe it is true. Maybe it was called Midwest. It was Reed Rundle's old series that went back and forth. Pavement, dirt, pavement, dirt. And then he went over to Midwest Truck Series, or to ERA, and then he went to Midwest Truck Series. And he has just improved since we started seeing him on the network. Guys get 2 laps. I see Mr. Pete Dillon logging in. Ryan Scheich, Nick Cooper, new name in the series. Casey Graves, quickest, 31.757. Now Scotty T, the T-Town Terror, puts a 31.62 on the board. Larry Moody, 31.54. Now we're going to start getting lap 2s up. And Graves is quick. Now Whiteman and Lawrence second and third quick. DeMore across it. And how does he do? He moves to 4th quick. Let's go see Strickland, Lloyd, King, Moffitt, Schmutz. Brandon Garman is out there. I'm looking for a couple of guys here. I'm not seeing them. Kobe Stidham, second quick. 31.20. Casey Graves, 31.17. That is blistering it. Here comes Adam Vinny. Lap 2 in the books. Where does that move, Vinny? 8th quick. Let's go see what old John Fall ran the dirt side of DSRL for a while, and then kind of took a little bit of a break, and now he's back. He's coming over. Here's a multi-race winner right here. He's coming around to put his himself on the clock. That's the 5 truck, Seth Wansing. Picked up a couple 3 wins last season. I know he won the race at Phoenix. He won the race at, I believe, Homestead to close the season out. And I'm trying to think. There might have been another one in there that he won. Just can't think of it. Those are the 2 at the top of my head because they were near the end of the season. He was fast every week. Once he figured out a little bit of the strategy, he became very formidable as an opponent for these guys. He is first lap 32.05, and now he'll drop it to the bottom and try to ring that white line. Richie Gaines, Chris Lloyd, Pete Dillon, Ryan Scheidt, Nick Cooper, Shane Yost have yet. We are up to 30 cars as drivers have shuffled in. Hello, Deb. Welcome. You should give it a try. Scott, really, it's good. There's a setup posted every week. Seth Lansing, 18 quick. There's a setup posted in the Discord every week for the guys to get started with, and it's a really good decision. As you can see, 30 guys are going to be here tonight. I see Kevin Spalding just bringing his to a stop, 19th quick. Waiting to see. Some of these guys need to hurry and get out there because the drivers' meeting is going to start. They're not going to be able to get out there. Gaines, Lloyd, Dillon, Scheidt, Cooper, and Yost have yet to make an attempt, and I'm not sure if they're going to get a shot. They might. Right now it is newcomer Casey Graves, quickest. Kobe Stidham, second quick. And I guess we're gonna just get right to it. Maybe they only had 5 minutes, but they're going to get a quick driver's meeting. I know that because Scotty's going to have to do it. But we're going to take a look at the starting grid with Graves. This will be the only week. How they qualify is how they start. After this week, the top 5 in series points will automatically, after qualifying, get moved to the back of the field. There are bonus points for your qualifying position. Casey Graves picks up 6 bonus points with his pole position tonight. Cody Stidham on the outside picks up 4 points. Josh Whiteman 3, Doyle Lawrence 2, and Mike Forstner picks up a single bonus point as he is inside of row number 3. Next to Austin DeMore, his teammate in the 07. Jeff Werdeman, the 81, Adam Vinny, the 64, make up a row number 4. Then Austin Silverman in the 18, and Scott King in the 18. Teammates in a row number 5. Tom Ostendorf, Larry Moody, 32 and 73 in a row number 6. Row 7, the 9 of Jacob Schmutz and the 8 of Scott Thomason. Rob Strickland, the 1. Mike Moffitt, and I think Rob Strickland's in the 01, and Mike Moffitt in the 41 in row 8. Keith Steele, the 67. Seth Wansing, the 5. Make up row 9. Row 10 is Kevin Spalding, the 25. Garrett Boyd, the 21. Then the 27 of Brock Bigelow and the 19 of John Fall in row 11. Row 12, Brandon Garman, another of our 18 trucks. He's next to the 13 of Ryan Wagenschutz. And our final 3 rows, the 35 of Nick Cooper next to the 11 of Richie Gaines in the 13th row. The 14th row is made up of the 10 of Ryan Scheidt and the 99 of Shane Yost. And then Chris Lloyd in the 28 and Pete Dillon in the 7 in our final row. Now, we'll go to the back and we'll look. Chris, that's Tom Ostendorf. Pete Dillon, no Mike Forstner. Well, a lot of guys, I don't know where they're at. I don't know what they're doing. But we're rolling. We'll see. We had 30 slated. We'll see how many. I think we're going to get 29 of these. Yeah, I think Mike Forstner might have missed his starting spot. Casey Graves and Cody Stidham, and I believe these two are teammates. And so that front row, wild and woolly. Putting teammates on the front row, it might be hard to get around. It is going to be 2 wide racing pretty much the whole night. We get the green flag pit stops. That will change a little bit. This place is fast.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green
Yeah.
this time. We are not
Good job by race control to extend this and let these guys get out of, I think, the pits. Ryan Scheidt, Tom Ossendorf, Mike Forstner, neither of those three made it out. Whoops, sorry, folks. I pushed a button. I dropped the whole thing. Here we go. I think these drivers are going to be stuck on pit road until they can drop the green. So what we may see here is a start and an immediate yellow. Let those guys get out. Dylan Herman, why ain't you over here racing with us, buddy boy? And hi, Jane. We give you a setup, Scott. It's competitive.
green flag, green flag.
So the green flag is in the air and the season is underway. Now we'll see if they toss a caution here, just so they can let those guys catch up. They may not. Graves to the point. Stidham to second. Oh, dang it. Lawrence and Whiteman are side by side at third. Now that outside line very likely to start scooching forward as they start to organize. And they will come right back up alongside your leaders. We are going to see two-wide racing. I have no doubts. Pretty much all night long. Yeah, all the boys are out. They're all going to stay on the lead lap, or they're going to get waiver rounds. I'm not really sure what they're doing, but they should get that fixed. Lap 2 about to go in the books, and Graves is staying out front. He's got a good push from Stidham on the inside, but Lawrence is trying to get that outside line pulled up there. Little early. We're not going to see a whole lot of super close quarters racing. Take a look back here. Vinny, Werdeman, King. I think Larry Moody is on the outside of Semmelman right there. Yeah, that's at about 10th place. And Scheidt did not end up coming out and staying in it. Copy that. Stidham is staying out front here. I mean, he's getting a good help. Or I'm sorry, Graves is staying out front. Stidham's giving him good help from behind. He is getting close enough to keep the 0-1 out towards the point. We're starting lap number 5. It's been all 0-1. Started at the front. He has stayed at the front. That outside line's starting to break up just a little bit. You got 3 trucks out there against 6. 3 trucks could get tight enough to one another. They can make that push and get towards the front. All right now, getting held up a little bit. If Larry Moody could get up there making a 4-truck line, they'll definitely have enough momentum. Lawrence trying to pull a little side draft on the straightaways. He's got to get down and get in that pocket off that right front corner of the 5 truck. And there he is. Now he needs to break away a little because the 5 truck is doing the same thing. And they just kind of slow each other at that point. You got to go just long enough to get that pull. And once you start to get momentum, then you got to pop out of that pocket and use your own speed. Now Lawrence falls back to 5th. Slides in line as Jeff Werdeman has creeped his way up 3 positions into the 4th spot. He started inside row number 4. All the guys on the outside have fallen back, and now we're fairly much single file around here till you get back to Scott King in 6th. He and Austin DeMoore still side by side. Adam Vinny behind DeMoore, Moody behind that. Another thing these guys have to be careful of, and they can't get too close for too long because you'll overheat. Got to watch your oil temp. It'll go up first. Oh, truck from the top to the bottom. He's down on the apron. I think that's Keith Steele. Maybe not. No, it's the 08 of Scott Thomason. They got squirrely, got down on the bottom in front of Seth Wansing. I don't know if that was from contact or if he just turned the truck in and it started to snap loose. Bigelow from 21st now inside the top 15. Seeing a lot of dancing around as we're 9 laps into this thing, and I'm wondering if some tires are starting to get a little warm. Maybe some right side tires are getting a little heated. That would definitely push you around. I see Richie Gaines is right there next to Bigelow now. He's behind Jacob Schmutz in the 9. Gaines trying to take some spots back. Go back towards the front. They're single file through the top 5. That's Doyle Lawrence in the 88. Then Jeff Werdeman. Josh Whiteman still in 3rd place. Stidham is in front of that. Graves is in front of that. That outside line is trying to roll, but we're not having it. Oh, Mike Moffitt having an issue. Let's go watch the 41 truck. He was down on the apron. Don't know how he got down there, but oh my. Oh me, oh my. And he tried to get it going. I got to wonder if maybe... Well, maybe not, because he's rolling. I'm going to say, I wonder if maybe he got a little help getting loose. It looks like the right front is pushed in on that truck. Let's go back a little further. Let's just go see if we can see what happened. Now he was coming off pit road. Field was going by. He's already damaged. So he'll go back on pit road, see if he can get some work done to that thing. Graves and pretty much the rest of them are coming. We're about 12 laps into this. That helps all those guys that had to wait around on pit road. He gets them back in 2. The pack with, sorry, I was looking for a driver and I don't know what happened. 9.46 laps, or 9.96. He stopped the truck and got out of it, so. I'll bet you, Chance. I'll bet you it's a big difference. Right now, Larry Moody, Scott Thomason have stayed on the racetrack. About halfway through a fuel run. Interesting strategy. They might be banking on another caution. But the rest of these guys can make it on one stop. Now, what did they do with tires? Stidham got out first, then Graves, so they swapped. Werdeman, third now. Then Lawrence, DeMore, King. I'm trying to find out where the 5 truck. I'm having trouble finding him on my scoring sheet here. There he is, Josh Whiteman. Oh, Josh Whiteman. He must have sped coming out of the pits because he is now being relegated to the back of the field, and I have a feeling that that's a penalty for speeding coming out of pit road. So if you sped going in, you get held in your pits. So Moody and Thomason will give us a restart on the front row. And then your 2 front row starters from the original start will be in row 2 this time. Now, a little older tires. We'll see what the strategy is for the guys on the front row, the guys in row 2. I know Doyle Lawrence stayed on that outside row, for about half of that run before he ducked into line. Jeff Werdeman used being on the inside to pick up a lot of spots. Pace car out of the way. Ready to restart.
Green flag, green flag.
Larry Moody. Scott Thomason did not get a great start on the outside. He gets a little push from Graves right there. And then Graves ducked right out from behind him and down to the inside. Moody, Stidham. It'll be Graves coming out of 2 in 3rd. Thomason now in 4th. Can he get in a line in front of Werdeman? He doesn't even try. Stays right where he's at. Werdeman comes alongside, and now Stidham and Graves are going to go right to the high side, and teammates going to go right around Larry Moody. So Stidham and Graves. They ran Graves and Stidham through the first run. Now it's Stidham and Graves in run number 2 already. Moody to 3rd, Werdeman to 4th. Thomason looking for a hole, but DeMore is going to try to keep him pinned on the outside by himself. Doyle Lawrence in behind DeMore. He's right there in 8th. They got a little bit of a run on the high side. Here comes Seth Wansing pushing the Tiny Dancer. Scott King is up to the outside. They are almost to the bumper of the 8 of Thomason. Lawrence has Vinny and Gaines in tow behind him on that inside row. On the inside, way more organized than the outside. And they're going to work their way all inside the top 10. I think Seth Wansing will be that 10th place truck as he'll get by Scott Thomason. And now Thomason has a little bit of space here. Behind the bumper of the 5, there is a bunch of room to the next truck. He needs to just get in line. Schmutz and Bigelow are behind that in 12th and 13th. Actually 11th and 12th because Scott Thomason is 10th at the moment. Moody slid to 3rd and he stayed right there. Got in between Graves and Jeff Werdeman. It looks like the top 10 are single file, make it 11 and 12. Schmutz and Bigelow, and they've broken away from Spalding, Cooper, and Whiteman right now. Whiteman's already recovering pretty good from his penalty. He's already up to 15th. John Fall right behind Mike Moffitt. Moffitt a couple laps down. Fall 1 lap down. Ryan Wagenschutz a little ways behind that. He's a lap down. We got 27 of our 30 still on the track. We're not quite halfway yet. Let's go look at this pack right here. Nick Cooper leading Tom Ostendorf. You see Kevin Spalding, Scott King. Then Mike Forstner, Garrett Boyd, Josh Whiteman. I think that's Shane Yost in the 99, that orange and white truck there. Austin Semmelman, or I'm sorry, Rob Strickland, and then Austin Semmelman's pulling Keith Steele with him. But these guys, they're about 16th on back. That's a nice little pack. If they could get single file and get organized, they could probably close the gap on the trucks in front of them. Because if we go here to Cooper, who's leading this, and I move to Bigelow, you can see it's about a half a straightaway. Seth Wansing moves to the outside. I think maybe Adam Vinny got his nose under him getting down the backstretch last time. I wasn't looking at this group. And Wansing down tight. He'll get that pull. Can he get to the 88's bumper? If he could have got his nose to the bumper of the 88, he could have got inside. There he goes. He can get inside that vacuum. And he can use the 88 to get himself a little closer, all by himself to the front. You've got a side draft. You got to trust the guy that's on your inside to hold his line. There goes Austin DeMoore on the inside of Werdeman. That'll give Wansing some help. And now if Werdeman's willing to do a little side drafting, and Wansing can get close to him, those two can go chase the guys at the front down. They're not that far. I think Brock Bigelow wants to try to get himself a little closer to the front now. He's going to go to the high side. He'll go around Schmutz. Now he'll work alongside, well, maybe not. I thought he was going to be able to make that run right up there and get beside Scott Thomason. Oh, it's Scott Thomason headed for pit road. Yeah, he's going to be out of fuel. Larry Moody the same. And Thomason and Moody now off that strategy. And they're headed into pit road to get fuel and tires. They will lose a lap here. There is no doubt about it. Leaders coming out of turn 2. And they are just now on officially pit road. So fuel and tires, they'll get out. They'll be a lap down, but then it'll cycle through and they'll be right back in the top 10-ish. It may be better than that because I'll tell you what, these guys are getting kind of racy here. We've got 2 lines going from about 4th on back. DeMoore and Wansing are side by side. Lawrence and Vinny. Gaines and Bigelow. And then Jacob Schmutz is right there tagging the back of this. So 7 trucks right here. Front 3 get nose to tail, and they're going to run the top 3 right back down. So Stidham, Graves, and Werdeman, then Wansing, DeMoore, and Lawrence. Those 6 single file. It's Bigelow and company side by side. Bigelow and Vinny, we've seen this a billion times on a Wednesday night. the 64 and the 27 side by side. Ooh, slow truck. That's the 001 of Rob Strickland. Ooh, that was so close for Richie Gaines. He almost had contact. They slink by Strickland. There comes Moody out of the pits, and he goes a lap down. Larry Moody more than a lap down. Larry Moody is 2 laps down. He's going to be 3 laps down now. And I'm wondering if a speeding penalty, possibly, the culprit, because that's a 40-second hold in the pits. 40 seconds is a lap and a third. They lost 2/3 of a lap to start with. Wow, he's going to file right in between Vinny in 7th and Lawrence in 6th, and he's got fresher tires. Can he get a lap back the old-fashioned way? Slow truck on the outside, 13 truck. Ryan Wagenschutz. Stidham and Graves. I've kind of had a clamp on this thing since we qualified. They qualified 1-2, and they have run 1-2 in one order or the other for a really good portion of this thing. All but maybe 2 or 3 laps. They pitted on about lap 16, so they can go to about lap 40 to 42. There's the guy that's normally 100% in fuel conservation mode in the 5 truck, Seth Wansing. And he is up here. He is pushing on the bumper of the 01 truck. Got in there and got in the fight. We'll go on board the helmet cam of the driver of the 5 truck. Move over and ride on his roll bar cam here a little bit. And you can see steady hands. He's not working them all over the place. Remind everybody, tune in tomorrow night. What NASCAR will be calling the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. We will be calling the Timber Creek Homes Stock Car Series, presented by Beef O'Brady's. Kicks off at the same time. Very similar format. The difference, they'll get 2 sets of tires, and the races are about 15 to 30 laps longer each time. And now Larry Moody is trying to get a lap back the old-fashioned way. He's alongside Jeff Werdeman here. Got no help on the outside. Everybody kind of content. We're down to 25 laps to go, so we've already completed 35 of our 60 scheduled laps. Werdeman in 4th. I think Richie Gaines is going to look at, well, I thought Richie Gaines was going to look at the possibility of maybe using Moody to try to make a run to get around Werdeman. Adam Vinny is now 6th, and then Austin Demore 7th. Bigelow has worked his way to 8th. He's kind of by himself right now. Schmutz, Cooper, and Boyd through 11. Then it looks like Whiteman with a nice recovery made his way up to 12th after having to restart about 24th. Shane Yost missed the start. And now, oh, he's headed for pit road. He is trying to get all that he can get. A lot of drivers coming in. Richie Gaines is on. Vinny, Demore, Bigelow, all on pit road. Final stops. They can make it the rest of the way. Gaines hits his pit stall. Bigelow hits his pit stall. And now Adam Vinny hits his pit stall. Oh, Austin DeMoore slid through. He's going to have to back up, or he's going to, oh my goodness, Austin DeMoore may have killed himself. He had to back way up. He is going to be way late getting out. He's going to have to pray for caution to get back into it. I say it every week, guys. Doesn't matter what series we're at. Green flag pit stops can make and or break your entire night. Love this series for that. Leaders are on pit road getting to their pit stalls. There's your top two qualifiers. They've run 1-2 pretty much the entire race. They hit pit road. Trucks are down. Fuel is in. They took a right side tire. So on the first stop, they must have taken lefts. They get out 1-2, and Werdeman gets out third. Now, where's Vinny and company? Here comes Adam Vinny to the line. He's by himself. So he'll join these guys right here, coming out of 2. He's going to have a little bit of speed. I don't know if he's going to be able to get in front of the 36 and the 01. He did not get to Werdeman, who stayed fairly close to in touch, but he is going to be 4th. Wansing come out in 5th, and he is a good bit behind in Bigelow in the 6th spot. Boyd is 7th. He's right in front of Shane Yost. If those two can hook up, they might be able to go and get these guys. Yost wants to make a run and try to get the spot away from Boyd. And Boyd will let him have it, and he'll get back in behind. Nick Cooper is in a pack. Ostendorf, Schmutz, DeMoore, Doyle Lawrence, all in that 5-car pack right there. That starts at 9th, and it runs back to about 12th or 13th. And Austin DeMoore back here, he's 13th right now. He was in the top 6, missed his pit stall, had to back up. And now he comes out 13th. So let's see. Stidham and Graves hooked up. Werdeman quite a ways off. Vinny is by himself right there, but he's got a lap truck. Ryan Wagenschutz. If he can get Wagenschutz to help him out. My surprise is that the 73 of Larry Moody, who is still 2 laps down, didn't get his laps back and didn't get back up there, but he's back with the 08 of Scott Thomason. Those two on a completely different pit strategy than anybody else, and they got Keith Steele right there with them. So lead lap trucks right now. Looks like we got about 18 of them. Make it 17 as Brandon Garman has officially gone a lap down. Larry Moody did get back to 1 lap down, so a penalty, I'm sure, for him, and that's what cost him his extra lap. These two have absolutely broken away. They're out by over 3 seconds on the field. They stay in tandem. They'll probably race it out at the very end between them, maybe. But right now, they've got to complete 15 more circuits to get to the checkered flag. This series doing exactly what it did last season to start. The last 5-6 races, when this format became their thing, cautions went to nearly none. But 1.2 was their average caution count over the last half of that season. These guys want to race hard, but they want to race clean. They like green flag pit stops. And they try to give the fans the excitement of that and great racing. And I'll tell you what, these guys are just gone. In that lap, they made up a second. They were almost a second faster than the entire field. Yeah, they were over 9/10 of a second, almost a full second faster than the next closest truck. Wow. $13 to go. Stidham Graves 1-2. Wardeman is not by himself now. He has a lap truck helping him out. That is Brandon Garman right behind him in the 18. It is a little ways back to Vinny, who has Seth Wansing now closing in. And with 12 laps to go, Brock Bigelow is right there. And I think those three could make a run to get to Wardeman for the last podium spot. But I don't think anybody, unless we get a caution, nobody's catching our leaders. They're coming around to get 11 laps to go. These drivers here are about 7 seconds behind our leaders. And now Vinny and Wansing have caught Wardeman. Vinny goes to the outside. Wansing still trying to draft a little. Now they'll get back in line, and once again, Vinny is going to look to the high side. Wansing was just not quite close enough to get anything done to help or hinder. So he chose to stay where he was. Now he moves to the outside. He gets a good run. He'll push Vinny past Wardeman. That'll put Adam Vinny up to third. Now Brock Bigelow is trying to come around the high side of Jeff Wardeman late. Couple of lap trucks behind that. That was Garmin and Wagon Shuts. Seven seconds on third, fourth, fifth, and sixth place. Decimating this field. The teammates working together. Kobe Stidham, Casey Graves. They set the tone. They qualified 1-2. They've run 1-2 all but just a couple of laps. They even through the green flag pit stop sequence, they held the lead. There goes Larry Moody to pit road for his final stop with 9 laps to go. Coming up on a couple lap trucks, that's going to be Kevin Spaulding and Mike Forstner. Forstner already a couple of laps down. Forstner 21st and Spaulding 16th, the last truck on the lead lap. Adam Vinny, Seth Wansing, Jeff Wardeman, Brock Bigelow. They've got a lap truck with them, but those 5 trucks are not closing the gap. Those 2 guys out front, stroking the field. Man, they yarded these guys after pit stops. There comes Larry Moody back to action as third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh go by. The 2 leaders got around Spaulding and Forstner. There's Scott Thomason. Thomason 5 laps down now. Wave a lap that time. It's 5 to go. 7.4 seconds. From first and second back to third, fourth, fifth, and sixth right here. Vinny, Wansing, Wardeman, Bigelow. Hard charger right now. Brock Bigelow. No, Shane Yost. 21 positions improved. Shane Yost runs in 7th. He started 28th. Wow. What a run up through the field for the 99 truck. Gap still opening up. Stidham and Graves got it to 7.7. They got it out to 7. It's kind of stayed between 7 and 8 seconds. Picking their lines carefully to get around lap trucks. That's Steele. Keith Steele in the 67. 2 laps to go for the leaders. They just got to get 2 more circuits. They're over 8 seconds ahead. White flag coming out this time. 1 more lap. Kobe Stidham, Casey Graves. Rookies in their debut. They're going to go 1-2 over some very seasoned veterans. That may set the tone for the whole season, but out of turn 4. Victory lane for the first time. DSRL competition. Kobe Stidham picking up the win. Casey Graves second. Seth Wansing on the outside trying to take third from Adam. Vinny, can he get it done? Who's it going to be at the line? Vinny by 1/1000th of a second. Wansing fourth. Werdeman fifth. Whoo, what a finish.
Ozer, whatever, Bozo wasn't fucking retarded.
Shane Yost, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on?
All right, man, I got to grab you first and find out you started 28th, you finished 8th. That's hard charger. Had to be a heck of a run out there, man.
That's awesome. That I didn't even know that they did hard charger in this, so that's pretty cool. I don't even know how I did it. Honestly, I did it all on the last pit stop. I had a crazy pit entry. I almost died, almost killed a bunch of people, but it worked out for us.
Well, to start the season off, you're going to be the hard charger. I'm pretty sure that gets you a bonus point. So, man, congrats on that 20 spots at this place. When we only had the 1 caution, it was a lot of green flag stops. That's pretty tough to do.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I didn't have any practice. I had just ran a 360 official race actually and hopped in. I didn't have any practice, any qualifying. Shout out to Josh Whiteman. He sent me a setup. Team owner sent me a setup, said run this. So I gritted up, and I wasn't too sure about it at first. We weren't feeling too good there first couple of laps. I bumped my force feedback up on my wheel a little bit there about that first caution, and man, it just came to life after that. It was we started passing people left and right.
Awesome job, man. Give me some quick shout-outs before I get out of here with you.
All right, I got to thank Fitz'z Repair, Tanner Pettit Racing Setups on the dirt side, Josh Whiteman, all the guys back at Rolling Thunder Sim Sports, PA Dyno, Jeff Sercote.
All right, man. Congrats on hard charger. And we'll look
Thank
forward
you.
to seeing you back next week, buddy.
Yes, sir. I'll see you all.
Yeah, let's find our guy. I don't know where he went. I'm trying. There. I'm finding my third place guy. Let's get him up here with me. Adam Vinny, you got a copy. Adam Vinny, you got a copy.
Yeah, I got you, bud.
All right, man. Told you I was hoping to talk to you at the end of this thing, and here we sit. Third place, and it was hard third place. You really had to fight, especially that last lap. But what happened during pit stops? Because those guys absolutely yarded the rest of the field on pit stops.
You know, I really don't know. Gonna have to check out the replay or something. But I got into the pit pretty nice. I know a couple other guys overshot and were all over the place, but so I was just stuck by myself. I think what really helped was they had a 2-car tandem, and they were able to take off, and I was just all by myself.
Yeah, it seemed like there at the end, you and Seth Wansing, you guys were trying to catch him. You lined up. There's about 4 or 5 of you. Last couple of laps, I mean, obviously everybody wants every position they can because all the points matter. He got to the outside. It looked like he might have you till you come out of turn 4.
Yeah, I thought he was going to have me earlier in the race. He was just passing everybody on the outside all by himself. I don't know how the heck he was doing that, but hats off to him for doing that. But yeah, I mean, he was giving me a shove, trying to get us up there, and there's a few times he was shoving me into the corner and really made the truck unhappy. I'm surprised I held on to it. I was figuring I was going to wreck any lap there, but luckily held on to it, and we were able to stay ahead of him coming to the start-finish line. And yeah, just, man, tough track.
Well, defending the title, 3rd place to start things off, especially at this racetrack. Not too shabby. I'm sure you got some great shout-outs. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll definitely take it. Thank you, Roger, to you and the Dirt Racing Network. Man, DSRL, Beard Wisconsin, Next Level Litigation Support, Wabam, Lumber Dude Outlaws, Fridge Break Time, just everybody for the support.
All right, man. I've never heard you stutter over your own sponsors before, so that kind of caught me a little off guard there, my friend. But congrats on the run. Hopefully I get to see you tomorrow night. Otherwise, I'll look forward to seeing you on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'll definitely try. Yeah, my brain's still scattered from the 24-hour Daytona, so I really don't know what to say.
Sleep and Red Bull's probably going to help.
Indeed.
All right, man. Congrats.
Thanks, buddy.
Adam Vinny, folks. He finishes in a 3rd place. And now let's move on. Did we get him to park? I'm having a hard time with my daggone cameras. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Now we got it worked out. We didn't get Adam the whole time because my cameras didn't do what I thought they were going to. But let's get the driver of the 01 up here. He led the first stint of this thing, and then his teammate got out of the pits in front of him, Casey Graves. You had to chase him the rest of the night, but you guys absolutely worked the tandem to perfection. You come home second tonight.
Yeah, I really wasn't worried about beating him. It just worked out where he came out pit road first both times, and just figured we could get a 1-2, and yeah, that's how it worked out.
Well, you got to give the broadcaster some love here. And how in the world did you guys put 8 seconds on those guys from the last pit stop until we got to the checkered flag 25 laps?
I think just because we got so, it seemed like everybody got spread out on pit road, and we just came in together, left the pits together, and never really left each other's bumpers the whole race. And it seemed like that mattered more than just being in the big pack.
It looked like while you guys were out there trying to put that gap on everybody, the lap cars really didn't impede you guys at all. They did pretty much all the right things. They just held one line, let you guys work around them. And a lot of times you don't get that when you go to other leagues or you go, especially in official racing. And that had to make it a whole lot easier for you guys.
Yeah, it definitely helped. Yeah, everybody pretty much held their line. A lot of them, I think we only had to pass one group on the outside. Most of them moved up to the high sides. Definitely appreciated what they were able to do. And yeah, that was a pretty good race for us and pretty clean. What do we have? Only one yellow, so.
Yeah, one yellow about lap number 16, I think it was. And from then you guys ran the other 44 laps green. So through green flag pit stops. And that's a game changer. But you guys executed that just about as well as you did out on the racetrack. So congratulations. Give me some shout-outs and thank yous before we let you go tonight.
Shout out to True Speed Motorsports, Kobe for winning, and Nick for racing with us too. He likes to not qualify and come from the back, and it kind of bit him tonight. Normally he's right there with us. Nah. 712 Brakes, CTC Racing, and Low Drag Esports also.
Well, quick heads up. I don't know if you guys knew this for sure or not, but next week you guys get to start from the back of the field, right?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Top 5 in points start from the back of the field every week after week 1. So it puts more of a challenge to you guys.
Yeah, I don't even know where we're at next week. Hopefully it's a little bit easier track to pass on.
I can tell you. Dover. You go to Dover next week.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be a good one.
All right, man. Well, appreciate it. Congrats on the run, man. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and we'll see you back here. If we don't see you tomorrow night for the B-Car Series, then we'll see you back here next Monday.
Yeah, we should be back.
All right, man. Congratulations again.
Yep, thank you.
Casey Graves, he finishes in second, and now in his rookie debut in the series, runs all night with his teammate. He started on the front row. They stayed up front. He got the advantage through a pit stop. Kobe, after you got the lead, really, your teammate just looked like he was kind of content to sit there and push you all the way out to the victory.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of the mastermind behind this whole thing here. He tuned on the setup there before hot laps, and obviously I think it showed there in the race there how much we pulled away from the field. But yeah, he's kind of the one that led me into the lead there, and just can't thank everybody at DSRL for putting this on. Everybody at True Speed Motorsports, and Scott King coming in earlier and asking me and Graves if we wanted to run it, and we sure absolutely said yes. So obviously can't thank him and everybody that's involved with the whole DSRL league. You guys do a phenomenal job, and just glad to be here.
Yeah, it looked like the one caution early. After that, it was his race before it. It was your race after it. And I asked him, how the hell did you guys get 8 seconds ahead of the field after the last pit stops? Because y'all went in, everybody was close together.
Yeah, I think it was just an excellent pit stop. We had a strategy to pit on, I think, lap 39 it was. And, I just beat him out of the box there, and he just kind of pushed me to the lead. And we just held our own and, just not making any mistakes and just trying all we could. But ultimately, yeah, it paid off in the end, with the strategy that he came up with. So thank you to Casey for that one. But, it was a good race, and just can't wait for the next one.
Well, yeah, tell me a little about that because, limited tires, limited fuel, and the tires don't match the amount of laps necessarily. How do you put the strategy together? Because I know you got to work it out a little bit with your teammate. How do you put the strategy together to get in one of these races to the front and stay there like that, knowing you have that little box to play in?
Ultimately, it really came down to him and, on the tires of what decided, if we're going to pit for lefts or pit for rights. Ultimately, our strategy was to pit on rights at the end. It was going to be the fastest way we felt that was possible. So, he was the one that came up with the strategy, and I just kind of followed along with it. And, it was obviously turned out in a really good result for the both of us. So, just can't wait to get back here next week or whenever the next race is. Just can't thank everybody at DSRL and Scott King and everybody that's involved with this series. It's phenomenal to drive, and looking forward to the next one.
All right, man. Well, if we don't see you tomorrow night, hopefully we get to see you back next Monday. So congrats on the win. Thanks for chatting with us, and see you soon.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Kobe Stidham, rookie campaign, rookie debut, victory lane. We had it up a little while ago. We took it down for the interviews. Stidham, Graves, Vinny, Wansing, Werdeman were the top 5. Bigelow with a good run. 15 spots he picked up to get to a 6th place finish after a bad qualifying effort. Ostendorf, Yost, Boyd, and Cooper through top 10. And you heard him say, Nick Cooper, part of that True Speed Motorsports deal up there. And he started deep in this field, 25th, and made it to 10th. Schmutz, Lawrence, DeMore, Whiteman, and King through 15th. Then Spalding, Garmin, Gaines, Semmelman, and Forstler through 20th. Steele, Moody, Thomason, Wagenschutz fall to 25th. Moffitt, Strickland, and Lloyd rounded out the field tonight. 28 drivers to open the season for this series. Phenomenal car count, phenomenal start, great race, one caution. A dominant performance by one team. We'll see what they can do next week coming to Dover. Dover's a completely different animal, so we'll see how that goes. Remind everybody to tune in at 9 o'clock Eastern tomorrow night. Timber Creek Homes Stock Car Series presented by Beef O'Brady's. They will have a practice session. We'll go live about 9:10 Eastern. They'll have a little practice session, a little qualifying drivers meeting, and then they'll get right to it. That race is at Auto Club, and it is 90 laps. The difference with that series, they're still on 50% fuel, but they only get their qualifying tires and 2 more sets. So they're going to have to pick and choose when they put tires, and the fuel will not make it so that each stop they can take tires. So at some point, somebody's got to make the decision on when to and when not to take tires and hope it works out in their favor. We expect to see a very similar car count and some top-notch drivers in that. We had a great practice race last Tuesday, learned a lot of things. Some drivers figured some things out, and it was a fantastic little fun deal for everybody. So make sure you tune in for that. Wednesday night, back with the truck series over at Midwest. They only got a couple of races left in this season. So it's a good thing that this series is kicking off so you guys can keep watching us. That'll do it for the week once we get through Wednesday. But I want to thank you guys for being here. Hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. Without you guys, there's no reason for us to do this at all anyway. Without all the awesome leagues giving us fantastic racing like we see every single night right here on the network, there's nothing for us to cover. So a high five and a pat on the back all the way around. Till we see you again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the